this video we're going to look at the fourth problem that all property entrepreneurs need to overcome. So the lack of capacity in your business is going to be a very real challenge that you have to overcome as you become a property entrepreneur and build a proper business in property. You'll know that you have a lack of capacity if your inbox is overflowing, people are constantly chasing you for work, that you should have done, the business is noisy, you're overwhelmed, you're panicked, you feel like you're drowning in workload. These are the symptoms of having a lack of capacity in your business. There's two types of resource that you need when you're recruiting. So you need to overcome the lack of capacity, you need to build your own dream team, and there's two things that you're looking for. One is basically your bandwidth. So if you take it back to the finance video, when you understand what your commercial balance is, you'll know how much you can afford to spend based on all of the revenue that you actually generate. And once you understand how much you can afford to spend on overheads, human resources, you can then allocate this, and that gives you more bandwidth. It'll give you the human capital, human resources you're able to apply to actually deliver the business on a daily basis. So you've got the capacity, which is the bandwidth. It's how many people, how many man hours do you actually need per unit, per office, per deal, per site, per investor, per client. You figure all of that out, so you understand your resources that are required per unit, you get your commercial balance right. And then once you've got that, the second element of capacity is your expertise. You will get to a point when you're a one-man band, it's one man doing everything. As you start to build the business, it will become one person doing one thing. So each thing will be covered by one person rather than one person doing everything. And when you get to this position, you'll find that people start to become specialised. So when you're a one-man, two-man, three-man band, you're more like volleyball players. You know, you're up front, you're back, you're side to side, you're all chipping in, you're helping each other out. As you start to build the business, you need to identify which roles each individual are going to take, so you can actually split the workload. And what that does is enables people to become specialised and focused in their field. And as the business grows, these roles will become more and more focused. So you might get your first salesperson who does sales, marketing, invoicing, chasing, PR, advertising, social. That might be their role. But then as the business grows, you start to make it more specialised, and whereas previously it was one person doing everything, and then maybe one sales, one ops, one finance, one admin. The sales role was one person, then you split that and you differentiate, you distribute the workload again. So that person might then do, you might have one person does just marketing and one person does sales, and then you'll take the marketing role, split that again, and then one person will do social, one person will do PR, one person will do your online, one person will do your branding, your marketing, your copy. All of these things will come together as you start to build your dream team by choosing specialist resources and starting to introduce expertise to your business. Lots of different things to consider when you're recruiting. So who do you recruit? When do you recruit? How much do you pay them? Do they have low basic, high commission, or high commission, low basic? Are they performance related pay? Are they full-time? Are they part-time? Do they need to have working place pensions? Do they do 25 hours a week, 40 hours a week? What position are they going to play? What profile are they going to play? How do you actually position them within the business? How do you train them? How do you onboard them? What are the levels of entitlement that you give them? How do you trust them? How do you lead them? How do you manage them? How do you audit them? All of these things are required as you start to standardise and scale your business. But obviously it's not all required at once. There's one thing to do at each step along the way, and the property entrepreneur's journey and methodology takes you through that. So hopefully that gives you some insight into overcoming the fourth problem, which is a lack of capacity, and that's building the dream team, going out and starting to build a team, create a culture, recruit people to join you, and I'm sure you'll have a great time in exploring that as you go and build your own dream team. Look forward to seeing you on the fifth video where we'll be coming over overcoming the fifth problem, which is a lack of leads. I'll see you on that video then.